So now we got to figure out something that's going on with
technical
Facebook.
problems. Yeah,
it's Facebook. So a lot of news.
Okay, we had a passing today.
Tina Turner.
A lot of people probably, because she's a legend, she's considered what we were talking about. What's considered a legend or I think that was one of the words we said, like a Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson. She's one. She's an icon. There we go, icon.
Well, people are going to think about the first thing to me is Angela Bassett and what's love got to do with it.
She played that part.
That's the first thing I thought of when she said Tina Turner passed away. I thought of Ike. And I thought
of just trying to help.
She outlived Ike. And then I thought of I'm sure Angela Bassett is going to say something about her passing away.
And playing her, because she probably got to know her and her character and more about her. She had a rocky past, even with Ike, and aside from Ike.
Well, she had a hard growing up. Remember Anime?
Anime?
Her mom, Anime?
I think they said she was wasn't with her mom or something. She had to stay with her grandmother.
She had
some dynamics with the family. I'm sure grandmother, and I'm sure we all hear it on the news. They give updates on when these different entertainers.
Do you know they said she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice?
Whoa!
One with Ike and Tina Turner, and one by herself.
Wow! Is she the only one?
No, it's other people. But
I wonder if
Eric Clapton was.
What's his name from the Beatles?
Paul McCartney, probably. He probably was.
Wow.
From the Beatles and then from
That's interesting. I didn't know they could do that.
Yeah.
I guess they would because they have a musical career.
I wonder if Michael
without
Jackson
that other group. That's a good one.
I'm sure
Michael
he
Jackson
is. The Jackson 5
as a solo artist.
And Michael Jackson.
As a group.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
But
Wendy, look that up because I know she's good with that.
She's not on here yet.
Well, she'll hear me recording it. People play back, right? Okay. And they'll get their to-dos when they play it back.
Crack me up.
Oh, I wasn't on there, but Lenore told me to do something.
Emerald says, hey, ladies.
Hey, Emerald.
Hey, Emerald. So, Tina Turner.
And we were talking about when a lot of artists pass away, sometimes there's so much going on where they get hidden into the bright red, what is it used to say? I can't think of the word. Bright object or shiny object.
The shiny object
of other news. If it's a war related, politics related, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Today's not much is happening.
So a lot of people is able to talk about it. Yeah. Very beautiful woman. There would be no Beyonce if it wasn't for Tina Turner.
She was known for her legs.
Beyonce patterns a lot after Tina Turner, and she'll tell you that. She'll tell you she patterns a lot after Tina Turner.
She danced up until even though she was in her 80s, she danced up until even an older age.
Yeah.
Unlike some women who probably, because she had the body and the legs, they always said.
Shaking.
Oh, well.
You crack me up.
You so dramatic.
I know. It shakes the camera, though.
Oh, so sorry.
When I look back, we'd be moving like this throughout the show.
Okay.
Rolling Stone once named her one of the greatest singers of all time. And I think they've named, some other people coined her as the queen of rock and roll or something.
Okay.
I don't know if I would call her the I don't know if I would call her the queen of rock and roll.
Who would you call the queen of rock and roll? That's a good question.
Like Janis Joplin or somebody.
No.
Tina Turner?
Rock and roll. That's a good question. Who would be coined that? Because she is a legend. She's an icon. She set the tone for female rock singers.
Okay, all right. Look, I'm not taking nothing away from her. So.
Because you can't find nobody.
I said Janis Joplin, but you didn't like that.
I wouldn't put Janis Joplin.
Legendary singer Tina Turner, known for her sultry voice and string of platinum hits, has died at age 83. The news was confirmed on Turner's official Facebook page. It is with great sadness that we announce the passing of Tina Turner, the statement said on Facebook. With her music and her boundless passion for life, she enchanted millions of fans around the world and inspired the stars of tomorrow. Today, we say goodbye to a dear friend who leaves us all her greatest work, her music. All our heartfelt compassion goes out to her family. Tina, we will miss you dearly. I didn't know she only had like one hit.
What do you mean?
Like one number one smash hit?
That don't make
Turner
sense
became
to
one
me.
of her era's most enduring female artists with smash hits like What's Love Got to Do with It?
Yeah.
And memorable movie appearances.
Did they call the hit with Ike Rolling on the
Well,
River
that's
kind of
different.
stuff?
They consider that different. They saying her by herself. Both Annie Mae Bullock on November 26, born 1939 in Tennessee. Turner began performing at a young age. As a teenager, she immersed herself in the local rhythm and blues scene. That's what we know her from, that rhythm, that rolling on the river.
And the movement. Kind
Now
of
I'm
like
gonna
how
slow it down a little
Beyonce probably likes her.
Exactly.
She's just,
you see Beyonce
there's a lot
all
of
in her.
energy.
That's what I'm saying. Yes. And talking. Even the way, you notice, like, even the way Beyonce talks, like that low, hey, everybody. No. That's Tina Turner.
Take it nice and slow.
I'm going to take it nice and slow. And now we're going to speed it up a little bit. Yeah. Now I met a good guy in the city, whatever. Working for the man every night and day.
But she only had a few hits? One hit?
That's what, I mean, in 1956, she met Ike Turner from the band Kings of Rhythm and became part of their act. Now, say what you want to say about Ike Turner. It would be no Tina Turner if it was not for Ike Turner.
Exactly. It would be no Jacksons if it wasn't
for Joe. Say what you want to say about these guys.
Put that shoe down, Joe. They gonna sing.
But you can say what, as horrible as they were.
Yeah.
There would be none of these people wouldn't be, you know. Together they recorded hits in 1960, A Fool in Love. Remember, I'm just a dun, and It's Gonna Work Out Fine. I Idolize You, and River Deep, Mountain High, as part of Ike and Tina Turner's review. Turner and Ike married in Mexico in 1962, 2 years after the birth of their son Ronnie. And remember, she took on his kids. He had kids
from outside
the marriage. Well, at the movie, we look at how the movie was. She took them on,
and she didn't have to do that.
In 1970. And they said the boys that it said she was wonderful.
Oh, good
she
mom.
was never mean to them, or you know how some people act mean to the other kids.
Yeah.
She treated them like they were her own children. They said, and they loved her. They said if you ask them now, his kids from the other women, they loved her. She was wonderful. Yeah.
Oh, he was? Okay.
In 1971, their cover version of Creedence Clearwater.
Was he abusive to that first wife?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Proud Mary became a hit. Their song Nutbush City Limits also climbed the charts in 1973. Turner also released 2 solo albums while she was a member of Ike and Tina Turner. Turner divorced him in 1978.
She did that one that did a lot of orchestra.
Oh,
he got mad when she did it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, we was doing the movie. See how we know her from the movie?
Yeah,
that movie helped.
Yeah,
alleging years of she divorced him in 1978, alleging years of physical abuse and infidelity. In 2018, Turner opened up about the abuse she endured in an interview with the Sunday Times. There was violence because he had this fear that I was going to leave him, she said. The other women, because I didn't love him that way, the other women weren't so bad, but it was the constant ill treatment. And the fact that he was sleeping with the backup singer.
I know. Who are you, dude? And then gonna have a controlling hand over her.
Following the divorce, she released her 3rd solo album, Rough, an album of blues and disco. Remember the disco covers?
Yeah.
She did Rod Stewart, Chuck Berry, and performed in hotel ballrooms and clubs across the country. But it wasn't until September 1984 when she achieved her first number 1. That's what I was telling you. What's Love Got to Do with It?
They said she didn't like the song.
The song earned her a Grammy. So it wasn't like she won a lot of awards. She won it for
she must have not. She didn't win an award for Simply the Best, better than all.
And in 1985, she starred along Mel Gibson. Remember in Mad Max, Beyond the Thunderdome.
Beyond the Thunderdome. Do you remember? I remember her comment because remember I wanted to talk about "We Are the World."
Yeah,
we are the children.
She was in there too.
And they were talking about that big fallout that Michael Jackson wanted to do a African some verse in African language.
Yeah.
And one of the Waylon Jennings didn't like. I'm not singing. He said, "Good old boy, I'm not singing no African words."
He didn't want to do it.
He didn't want to do. And then Ray Charles was kind of complaining, like, "Man, I barely sing English. Why we got to do another language?"
Right.
And I think I can't remember what singer came up with. Stevie Wonder was going to look for saying it in Swahili.
Okay.
And he came back with, my friend said we could say it in Swahili and it sounds like this.
Okay.
She actually said, I'd rather do it in Swahili.
Tina
said that. But they all decided to not do it because they didn't want to offend anybody in Africa at the time.
Right.
But I remember her input, even she was very laid back. She didn't have a big head,
right?
Like some of the other artists.
When they were showing the behind the scenes at that thing.
Behind the scenes for We Are the World.
She was laid back.
She's gonna be messed.
Sweet, very sweet.
You like her version of Al Green's song.
I like her Let's Stay Together better than Al Green.
Well, you know I'm an Al Green fan, so. And you did her when we was on our cruise ship. We did karaoke, and my sister did Tina Turner, and she was doing her arms like Tina.
Yeah.
You was getting into Tina world.
And the whole crowd, I had the whole boat jumping up and down. Yeah. I did do Tina Turner.
You did Tina Turner.
Never.
I laugh at, it's so funny because I laugh at, I'm an old school person, so I always watch Old Martin. Mm-hmm. When Martin dressed up as Ike, and
he made
Gina was Tina, and she was singing, "We're gonna do things nice and slow." And then she started singing the fast song.
Right.
And he come out, I told you to get, he took his shoe off, and he was almost like he got the whole spirit of Ike. And Gina was like, Martin, stop. Martin was like, what I tell you, anime? I said, we get ready. Martin is funny.
Martin is a fool.
He is funny, but he got that spirit of Ike.
Everybody, when What's Love got to do with it, every Negro is saying anime. What I tell you?
What I tell you, anime?
And if you was dating somebody or something, and you say something, they just being funny.
Yeah,
they be like, what I tell you?
Anime? What you say?
What I say?
And that's what Martin did. He had his and he had that mushroom hairstyle.
And every black person every black woman was like this. So every brother want to be Ike Turner when What's Love got to do with it came out.
What's his name with Bruno Mars? He was wearing his hair like that.
Yeah.
Like the mushroom. Remember the guys used to wear the hair like a mushroom? Oh my God, those were the days.
And she was iconic in the fact that the dress, the hair.
Yes.
If the movie's right, she did the hair because her hair burnt out from the perm.
From the perm.
So she had to put a wig on. Mm-hmm. So she had them long wigs, and everybody was. You know what? Now here's the thing.
A lot of drag queens like her.
They love her.
Just dress up like her.
But you know what? As a kid, I was kind of taken back by Tina Turner.
Why?
I remember watching them. Was she on Saturday Night Live?
You thought she was what?
Too wild.
Too.
Because think about back when we was growing up in the 60s. I used to see her shake, and she shake her hair, and she be shaking her butt, and I'd be like, "Ooh, she nasty."
Don't Beyonce do that?
Yeah, Beyonce copies Tina Turner.
Wow.
But I'm saying, try to put yourself back when we was growing. Okay. Well, you older than me. She much older.
No, you guys.
But I was young.
Over 10 years.
I was young. And so as a kid, I watched her, and I thought she was wild.
As a black woman.
What did you think, Ma?
She was wild.
But I'm saying, did you like Tina Turner, or was that not your...
But she was wild.
Did you listen to Ike and Tina Turner?
I liked her song, but they were wild.
A good job.
But what did y'all think about her?
I probably thought the same thing because you didn't see nobody on stage like her.
Nobody was doing that. You got
to compare her with Diana Ross.
This is from the
Gladys Knight and Aretha Franklin. Yeah. And then this woman come out with the wigs.
They were shaking their butt.
But I liked all her songs.
So you know what? I think people thought she was wild. But her demeanor when she would speak was very
different than
it was different than
it was like what Beyonce said.
She's Sasha.
Different person.
When Beyonce's dancing, she's Sasha.
But when she's in the interview,
she's talking,
she's very quiet.
She's like, "Hello, everyone."
Very laid back.
I like to thank everyone.
That Sasha comes alive just like this one.
That's Tina Turner.
Yeah.
And I think that saved her because when I would watch her talk, I would say, oh, okay, I'm just thinking I'm a little kid at this time.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, she's just performing, I guess.
Look at them wigs, the hair. At the time, she had the long wig. She didn't have the wild wigs like that.
Yeah.
But after seeing the movie,
I got a better understanding of her after seeing the movie. We didn't know that Ike was beating her up.
I know.
They kept that secret.
That abuse.
That didn't come out until after she wrote this book and did this movie and all that. Yeah, we didn't know that. Yeah. You didn't know that, right, Mom?
When I saw her beating her in the movie.
Yeah, my mother said
but
we
didn't know that she was being abused with Ike and Tina Turner.
No, we didn't know. And we didn't know Joe was beating up the kids.
I know.
The Jacksons.
I know.
Michael said he was scared of them.
Yeah, and they would hurry up and get their guitar and their stuff and pretend like
you know what? We were shielded from a lot. There was no social media.
No social media to tell you.
No internet. Mm-mm. So we didn't know. I didn't know Michael peed on himself. He didn't want to get on the plane, and he was afraid. He was afraid to fly, and they would pick him up and throw him on the plane. We didn't know all that was going on because he would come off the plane. See, back then, when you was an entertainer, you had to put a wall up. You had to
even with our own family, our uncle.
Well, yeah, but yeah,
our uncle we didn't know either. Like my dad was telling me some things as I'm getting older, and I'm saying I'm not gonna be specific. Yeah, but I was saying, Dad, I didn't know that Uncle so and so was doing. He said, "Yeah, baby, you didn't know because he was his road manager.
We didn't know they was chased on the road and that they ran out of clubs with guns and stuff.
Pointed at them.
I didn't know that.
Just did a concert. Where my money at? We ain't got your money.
And then they gotta use guns and then grab the bag and run and jump in the car. We didn't know.
And my dad had told me, and I probably mentioned this before, but my dad had told me that they were at the hotel that Martin Luther King
got shot.
They had left 2 days before to go on the road for my uncle's concert. I was like, Dad, you were at the Lorraine Hotel,
and he wanted to
leave early.
Yeah, but I think Martin Luther King wanted to see him, but he left.
Yeah, he had gone.
He had left because Percy Sledge at that time, he was big. Back then. So he was like, "Oh, you stayed at my hotel. I want to see you." So can you imagine if my father was there?
Oh Lord!
So it was good they left.
He would have been part of that news, good or bad.
I know.
Lord, no.
So
okay, go ahead.
But you didn't know stuff like that. So I love how even with social media and stuff, even after that came out, she still maintained her privacy.
She's a survivor. Yeah. She left the country.
Yeah.
And she lived somewhere
else.
Maybe
that's why she was able to live peacefully. She left this crazy country.
I know. Some of y'all want to follow her to another country.
So maybe that's why. You know what? That's probably why. She was able to stay out of the public eye. Yeah.
Now she has a unique voice.
Nobody sounds like
her. That's one of the things I love about entertainers. You got your own lane.
Nobody sounds
you
like
awesome.
Her. Yeah.
If you got your own lane of sound.
Yeah.
Because anybody else would be mimicking you.
Yeah, nobody.
So, okay.
All right, so let's say hi to everyone. I told y'all Emerald says hi. Emerald says, I hate to hear when our icons pass away. Tina Turner was truly one of a kind. Hey, Jay Boogie back. I haven't seen you in a while. Happy Wednesday, ladies.
Okay.
And
what they call hump
DeVille XX says, no, my celebrity crush as a kid died. Damn, that sucks. That's sad. I'm sorry about that. Mm-hmm. Emerald says she had an intestinal cancer and had a kidney transplant.
Yeah, she has some health issues.
Wendy says, I love Tina. And she signed, hi, ladies. Everybody saying hi to each other. And Wendy says, 83 years, an icon, rest in peace. Tina Turner, the queen of rock sexy. Tina and the trademark hair those beautiful legs. You're right. She's known for her legs. Mm-hmm. And Wendy says, authentic queen of rock. And then she says Switzerland. So that's probably what she
Why are we so surprised when they're in their 80s, in their 90s, and they pass away? Like Betty White was what, 90s?
You know what? We expect
Betty White's gone.
We expect people to live forever.
I know. It gets me when they pass away younger.
Yeah,
like the Black Panther guy,
Aaliyah and stuff like that.
And Left Eye.
Yeah. Oh, Left Eye. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
All right. So rest in peace, Tina Turner, legend, icon. I'm sure we're gonna hear from Angela Bassett. I'm sure we're gonna hear from Beyonce. Beyonce's on her tour right now. She may even say something at a Renaissance
at
concert or do a song or something, a tribute or something. I don't know, because she loved Tina Turner.
Yeah,
and I'm sure we'll hear something from other artists and celebrities
that she inspired and that she worked with.
Yeah, okay, yeah. All right, so your story is next.
I picked Ron this from the View. Apparently, Elon Musk is wanting to use his platform, Twitter.
Today they was on right now. I heard it crashed Twitter.
To help launch Ron DeSantis. Now, Elon has not come out and said who he's voting for. Mm-hmm. So people are automatically thinking, because he's involving himself with DeSantis to use that platform and hope maybe utilize it more often, opens the door for others. He may not say who he's going to endorse. That's it. Endorse later on, but you can go ahead and play it.
Ron DeSantis.
Oh my gosh! Any fans? Maybe there are some fans.
I didn't hear a yay.
Like they're gonna say yeah now.
Well, he's running for president, as you know. And his wife, Casey, posted a campaign teaser. Here's the clip.
They call it faith because in the face of darkness, you can see that brighter future. A faith that our best days lay ahead of us. But is it worth the fight? Do I have the courage? Is it worth the sacrifice?
Stop.
America has been worth it. Every single time.
She said that could have been me in a Ron DeSantis wig. Don't nobody. She said it was cracking on. His wife did this.
She did it herself.
I think they just mentioned the wife helped out with this promo.
Trump is gonna eat him alive.
Well, Sarah was
he gonna talk about that commercial right there.
Sarah was smart when she said, well, I shouldn't say smart, but she was right when she said, when DeSantis comes out, hopefully to speak more and show himself more, what he's for, what he stands for. Trump on the other side has charisma, good or bad. He makes people look at you. What's going on? Whether he has followers, even when y'all don't like him, but you look. What the man gonna say now? He has charisma. That's the entertainment part of him. DeSantis has nothing. He's dull. And he even is nervous about how he speaks in public. She said that alone, Trump would eat him up.
Well, then they said, I heard somebody they was talking about, again, I told you already know how I felt. I told y'all, I said he's a plant. I told y'all that.
DeSantis?
Yeah, he's a plant. I could go either way with this. He's either a plant from Republicans because he's the only one that they could push behind. And I changed my mind on thinking he's a plant from Trump.
Okay.
And let me tell you why. Because Fox News is starting to push DeSantis.
Right.
They saying stuff like he's ahead in the polls. Yeah. And Trump is so mad at Fox News. He's going off. We're going to talk about that later. But he's so mad at Fox News because they keep pushing DeSantis.
Right.
They've gotten rid of him. They've
already shown that they're backing him up.
Yes. And so,
even though 20 others are coming.
And so this could be a case of, can a network make a person? Even if the person is stale and boring and dull, if I keep telling everybody how wonderful and great you are and all of this, will people start to come around?
I'll speak for you. I'll help introduce you. I'll help promote you and your agenda.
But then I was watching Roland Martin's show, because a lot of times I disagree with him because he's
a hit or miss.
He's too much Democrat for me. He's like, his head is up their butt. But anyway, I do like what was said today about DeSantis.
What did he say?
If it's not for DeSantis to win, because nobody thinks he's going to win, it's going to be Trump. It will bring people to the poll, not the poll, to the ballot box, and they'll vote for the lower departments. governors, senators.
Oh, they won't vote for the high president.
They'll vote for president, but that doesn't matter.
The lower people do.
It'll bring Republicans out. So it'll be more. He's more of a person that will get them to come out. If they wouldn't come out like Anna, if it was just Trump or something, they might be so in tune to stay home. Oh, whereas if it's DeSantis, no need. Yeah.
But you even said the other day, people really need to start thinking about the lower levels.
Yeah.
And quit just thinking at the top. Yeah, the top. Yeah. Like you said, a lot of times they're figureheads.
Yeah.
They're just put there and they got all the Senate and all the other people, pulling him this way and that way. Do this, vote that, veto this and that. Right. They're just there.
But this black guy, the one that's Republican, it's only one of them, I think.
It's two of them.
Is it two Republicans?
It's two black guys.
Senators?
No, not senators.
No,
well, I don't know what their positions are. Well, Scott is, right?
Or House. Is it the House? The one they was trying to get McCarthy. They was trying to throw him up there to win. Anyway, the one with the beard that's on everybody's show.
Okay.
He was saying that they only need a few seats to change over. And then it doesn't matter who's the president. Right. That's what you were saying.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter. They all have the House and the Senate.
And that's what Anna and Alyssa also look at. I think at the time, I don't know if McCain's wife was thinking that as well.
Yeah.
Because you don't care who's the commander in chief if you got all those other seats on your side.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So we'll see.
So we'll see what happens. But I thought that was
now I guess it won't matter with the Elon thing because you couldn't really understand them.
Well, I can tell you what that is.
And that's what Lucy laughed about. She said, I can't even understand what he's saying.
Today on Twitter, DeSantis went on Twitter and he announced his 2024 presidency run. Mm-hmm. Apparently, before we went live, it crashed. The site crashed. So people was like, they couldn't even see it on their computer. Some people couldn't get it on their phones. Mm-hmm. So people was making fun of Elon Musk, saying, "You such a billionaire.
Thank you.
You knew this was coming. You thought you would reinforce your systems to be able to handle this.
At least hire a team of people."
So they were saying it's embarrassing. Yeah. Also, it kind of tells you what he's going to be doing, what his mindset is, because he's bringing giant head Tucker Carlson over there.
Yeah.
And he's pushing DeSantis, so he's Republican. Yeah. Or he at least is going to vote Republican.
Right.
And they said he wants to get Trump to fight DeSantis on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because Trump has been not tweeting. He's been on his own truth.
Exactly.
And so he has more followers on Twitter.
Yeah.
So Elon kind of thinks things out.
It's a plan.
Uh-huh. He wants them to battle each other
and
on
use
Twitter
my platform
and use my platform.
Because I make money.
Yes.
When you use my
advertisers and all of that.
I don't want none of these followers to go to the one that Trump is on.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So you know what?
You can bypass.
I'm just going to go to the NAACP since we're talking about DeSantis.
Okay.
The NAACP issues a travel advisory for Florida. It says the state has become hostile to Black Americans. Now, let me read this.
Whoopi was
first.
Like, what about the Blacks that live there?
That's
oh, you just forget about the NAACP. You know better. That's
so
Black
if I was here to visit my grandmother in Florida, you
they had to say they mean well.
If it's that hostile, do I need to take her away from Florida?
They mean
for God's sake.
But Whoopi said that yesterday. She said, "What about the Blacks that live there? You forgot all about them."
All right, but then I stepped back and I said, "What are they trying to accomplish here?"
Okay.
All right, hold on. Okay. Everybody relax and calm down. The NAACP issued a formal travel advisory for Florida on Saturday in response to what the organization described as Governor Ron DeSantis' aggressive attempts to erase Black history and to restrict diversity, equality, and inclusion programs in Florida schools. We talked about that before.
Right.
The Civil Rights Organization is the latest to caution travelers against visiting Florida. The League of United Latin American Citizens and the LGBTQ advocacy groups previously issued travel advisories. Okay? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna say this.
And we know people who got family in Florida. Okay, if I was to just take seriously what
Right.
you're saying, I'm not going to visit my daughter.
I don't think they really think people are not going to go to Florida because they issued a travel advisory. I think what the attempt is to shine a light on
that
DeSantis,
issue. Okay.
so that in other countries as well, they'll say, "What's wrong with Florida? I was getting ready to book a flight to go to Disney World. What's going on in Florida?" So everybody will be like, "What's going on in Florida?"
So pray tell, aside from that, which could be the goal, like you're saying, is there anything else they could do besides this?
No.
Boycott maybe?
Do you know
not buying
latest,
some things?
You know the latest thing that was taken out of schools? Do you remember that black girl who was the poet and she did her poem at the inaugural?
Oh, that was an awesome writer.
Well, it's no longer. It's taken out of the schools in Florida.
Why? What's wrong with her poem?
There was a parent who complained and said, because DeSantis created a law that the parents can complain if there's something that's being taught or something that's not inclusive or is geared towards one ethnic or whatever. And so this parent complained, and they snatched all of that girl's thing out of
that girl was an excellent poet. You know what? It's times like these where we need Farrakhan and them to get back up.
I don't think he in good health.
They need another leader. They had the Elijah Muhammad and then Farrakhan. Why can't they have somebody else?
I think they doing him they do.
If you trying to erase black anything.
Yeah, I think they did him like they doing when you stop seeing somebody.
You think because he hit ill.
And he's old.
But they need some other lead. They need, what's his name with the hair, crazy hair. Not the hair, but the one that lost weight. The big bobblehead.
Al Sharpton.
Yes.
You said bobblehead.
He does. He has a bobblehead.
Okay, see, it says, Florida school bans poem read at Biden's inauguration as concerns increase about states' growing restrictions. The banning of the poem comes as one minority advisory group says Governor Ron DeSantis' actions have created a shadow of fear within communities across the state. They banned this little black girl's poem.
I fought Florida.
The unnamed parent. The unnamed parent said Amanda Gorman's poem, "The Hill We Climb," was not educational and contained indirectly hate message, adding that it could cause confusion and indoctrinate students. Nothing in that speech. People went through that speech and said, what's in that speech that was...
Here's the thing. This is going to keep happening book by
Florida.
book. Poet by poet. Then he's going to start doing music.
And Texas wants to follow suit, remember?
I blame the people of color in his state.
Yep. Y'all letting it happen.
If you are letting it happen, every person that lives in the state of Florida that is black.
Even white people that don't like it.
And white people too. That's white people too. I'm sorry not to omit you, but
this white lady actually came and said,
okay,
I want to know, why was that poem taken out of my daughter's school and I didn't know about it?
She
said, if you're going, I don't have a problem with you saying things are whatever, not right or whatever, but the parents need to let us know we got a complaint. This book is in the school. We're going to take out.
As a parent.
We're going to take out Alice Walker's book or something. Because they said a school in Dade County, they invited that young man, the girl, to come speak. Because of that. The parents didn't have a problem with that speech.
Mom, remember when on the View, I think it was today or either yesterday, why Whoopi was so angry about DeSantis? She said, you are controlling and telling people what to do and not to do. That made her so angry. You are just a governor. And you want to be the president?
It's a slippery slope. But I don't think he wants to be president.
Kim,
because
I don't know anymore.
But no, remember I was saying, how can you be president and be like that and think you're going to get the country? But somebody said it's not about him being president. It's about bringing the Republicans or people who think like that to the surface and to have them vote. That's what it was. He has a bigger. It's a bigger.
It may backfire because I know he's the governor for 4 years,
and also
they may vote him out.
But don't it make Trump look better? I told y'all. I'm still leaning. I'm not totally away from him being a plant. I'm just saying it makes Trump look better, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, because Trump can always go opposite of him and looks better.
But he never said anything about that little black girl doing her speech. Trump didn't say nothing. But he could have came and said. And y'all heard that little black girl who did that speech. He don't care about stuff like that.
That's what Sonny kept saying for Anna. I don't know why you live in that state. I don't know what Anna says. We got to fight. We stay in the state as residents and we fight. You guys, NAACP all over the state of Florida, as well as the United States, including white people like you're saying who feels the same way. Y'all better stand up.
Yeah.
This man is y'all president of your state. He's telling y'all what to read, what not to read, what he's trying to shut down things that he don't agree with.
Yeah.
That's communist. Yeah. That state of Florida is communism. People don't realize Czech Republic went through that. Slovakia has gone through that, where the government leadership tells you got to wear this.
Yeah.
You can't have your house this color. That's scary.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, that's what we headed to.
Okay.
All right. So that's enough of him. 19-year-old arrested for crashing into the barrier of the White House, where he had a Nazi flag, and they seized him from the truck. A Missouri native. See, we said Missouri. Oh no, that was Minnesota. All of them. Anything with an M, I guess.
You know what?
Missouri native named Sai. I don't even know his name. 19 is in custody after he intentionally crashed into a barricade near the White House. While authorities didn't recover any weapons or explosives, he allegedly made threatening statements, and he was notably equipped with a Nazi flag within his rented truck. And then he rented the truck. Now imagine you the rental truck company.
And you sitting there going,
him crashing your car. And they said he hit the barrier and then backed up and he kept hitting it. Can you imagine if you're Avis guy?
I was in an accident.
Can you imagine if you the guy who rented him that truck and you watch you
watching your vehicle?
No, you know how people come in and like they'll have the TV in the section where you can sit down and wait. It's on in the corner,
right?
And he checking the lady out. Do you have any insurance? Would you like to have insurance?
Extra insurance, ma'am, to cover you when you rent the car.
Now you know, ma'am. If you don't get the insurance, you might get a fender bender or something.
Right. You have to pay out your own pocket.
And then they hear crash, bang, boom. And then they look up on the TV,
and it's the Avis truck.
And then they go,
or Hertz.
And then he not only hit the barrier, but he hits it again and again.
He say, Sam, is that our vehicle? I think it is, Mike. He did come yesterday to rent. Well,
I was gonna rent that truck this weekend.
They will come at you because they came at me. Somebody hit me in a rental car, driving another rental truck.
I bet you he got insurance too. Thinking he was gonna run into that.
They may because if they see this on film, he ain't gonna be covered because the insurance company gonna go, you purposely banged that truck up. We're not gonna cover your claim.
It says, please note,
be in jail anyway.
President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris weren't in any danger. Remember the guy who jumped over the fence to go knock on the door for we know somebody who, I'm not gonna say any names, but we know somebody who she was Lulu, and she went to the White House and she wanted to go talk to the president. That's when Obama was president, and she wanted to go knock on the door.
How far did she get?
Well, to the thing, the Secret Service, and from that moment on, she's been on the watch list.
That list, yeah.
There's a list that they
red
put you
flagged
on.
her.
She's red flagged.
Right.
But she actually wanted to go talk to Obama. She said I sent him a letter and he didn't respond. So I was just gonna come over and knock on the door and then talk to him. And the Secret Service was like, "Are you serious? Imagine the people that come there all the time. Imagine a lady coming with a box of cookies. Hey, I baked these cookies. I wanted to give it to the President Biden.
Yeah, his daughter, his grandchild.
I decided I baked this. I spent all night baking them, and I just want to. He's my neighbor. I live down the street, and I wanted to come over. What would they do?
They'll flag her and put her in a straitjacket.
This incident went down just before 10 p.m. on Monday, and it's at night. Wow. Footage shows a U-Haul truck, so it's a U-Haul truck. Oh, we didn't say it Avis,
but that's still rental. U-Haul.
So it got U-Haul written all over it.
They so embarrassed.
Probably a panda on there or something. You know how it's the animals of the world? Yeah. It's probably a nice little panda holding on to
and that tree. Truck is just beating down the barrier.
Footage shows a U-Haul truck ramming into a barricade just a block away from the White House. Mm-hmm. No one was injured, and the driver was soon apprehended. Notably, a flag donning a swastika was recovered from the vehicle. However, as the driver had no weapons or explosives, Today correspondent Ryan Nobles noted it doesn't appear that the president and his family was in any danger.
We know
you think he was just crazy?
We know that because they would have told us if they were in danger. Wow.
Yeah. Ain't that crazy?
And where's he from? They know his hair.
We don't know none yet.
Okay. His name sounds like he's from another
country.
I
know. All right. This you. What's up with that?
Target. They're saying Target stores are being criticized because they moved the Pride theme items due to threats. They were going to LGBTQ. They have T-shirts and items that they sell at Target.
Okay.
We got Pride Month coming up, and probably in celebration of Pride Month, sometimes Target will put whatever's kind of going on theme wise towards the front, so people see it when they first come in. They got threats. People were going to come in and hurt the people working there if y'all don't move that out.
It's in the South, though, right? The Bible Belt.
I think so. I don't know where.
Am I playing this?
Maybe one state. Yeah, see, because I only heard a little bit of it.
Target has offered products celebrating Pride Month for over 10 years. And on Friday, some of their southern stores were instructed to put the products in the back of the store. Now, Target said this is about safety because they are getting threats over some of the products. It's just so crazy. But I will say, what starts at the back of the store always comes to the front.
Yep.
Always. Start at the back of the bus, you move up to the front. Yeah. But what is the fear? Why are people afraid of a shirt?
Of a rainbow flag?
So there's another element to this story, and I just hate that this is going on. I want to start by saying I always stand with the LGBTQ plus community. Next month is Pride. Love you guys. You're my family. You're my friends. This designer that they chose, apparently in his own imagery and things he sells on his website, not in Target, had some Satanist imagery and some words that alluded to Satan. So what that then allows is for people to be like, oh, you're highlighting a, LGBTQ plus designer who's also a Satanist. And it plays into this fear that is taking hold of our society.
And what is that fear?
Is he a Satanist, or was there some imagery on his website?
He used words about Satanism.
I don't know, because he's denied that he believes in Satan.
But I also heard that was only the artist taking out the website.
Wait a minute, hold on for a second.
Because of the artist, because of the person that created it. But
so the man is denying he's a Satanist.
He's not a Satanist. He was just...
But he used imagery. Maybe it was horns or something.
Little devil horns and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But they're clumping all that together to even come against the LGBTQ materials and articles of clothing.
But here's the question. Did anybody answer this? Because you watched this. What if he was a Satanist? He can't have his clothes in the front too?
That wasn't the point they were making.
I know, but you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If somebody say, it's like they're fighting for the LGBTQ, and somebody who's a Satanist is watching this.
I want my shirt out there too.
I can't put devil horns in the front too.
Like that school we said, that Satan school.
Thank you.
They would want shirts with Satan on there.
I don't know what's going on with
freedom,
this country.
freedom. Yes, freedom. Here's the thing too. We have to be careful as believers of Christians.
This is going crazy.
We want freedom, but yet we don't want freedom.
You want freedom, but you don't want...
You don't want certain freedom. You want certain freedom. Freedom that has to be Christ related.
But I don't want anybody...
Bible related.
I don't want a Jesus. You don't have to be Jesus, but I don't want a satanic shirt in the front of the store either.
To me, it doesn't... Here's the thing, and I know what you're saying, and people may fault me.
But then who defines
exactly? Because some people say I don't want shirts with crosses
or Ozzy Osbourne or something.
So I don't.
Yeah, you're right. Because what's going to define what's Satan?
Yeah, and that's what Whoopi was saying. Who sits and makes the rules? You can have, because Whoopi said even as an artist, she was very controversial. And she was, as a black
Whoopi
artist.
was always controversial.
The locks alone,
yeah,
and everything. So
her with Ted when she was dating
exactly,
him, and he did blackface.
Exactly. So she's used to it, and then you do kind of get upset. Like, I'm telling you, this is prophecy. 666 in Christian world, Antichrist. That movement is coming, and it's gonna be where you dictate how people dress. They talk. Oh, you get a fine for cussing. Oh, young man, you shouldn't be cussing. That means you need to take away alcohol. They haven't done that yet. Alcohol. So I don't know where we're going to with this. No, they can't have their shirts in the front. We're going to come in and they threaten the workers. So I don't even know anymore.
I don't even know what to say about it. Where do you stop? Is it if the items in the front are just rainbow, then it doesn't. Why does that matter if it's not doing anything?
Because it's promoting the LGBTQ.
Is it pants with the butt out? See,
or Daisy Dukes.
Well, they could put Daisy Dukes as
no. I'm saying if you're gonna be against LGBTQ items because you're conservative, you got the Daisy Dukes in the front. Those are not good for you to wear as a conservative. I don't know. It's like hypocritical.
I don't even know what to say anymore because I told you I saw on TikTok there was this viral video on TikTok.
Oh yeah,
where this transgender female transitioned into a male,
right? Already
transitioned. Breast off, all of that.
Hair, facial hair,
full beard. And had a baby.
Pregnant.
And just had another one. So 2 kids.
Had 2 kids.
And was showing him, I guess, taking his daughter to school. And they call him the little girl's birth human. So now we can't say birth mom.
Right.
Birthing is not just for women anymore. Now you can be a man and you can have a child.
But you got to say, I think too, and I hope they're not trying to...
No, legally they're a man.
No, I'm saying they shouldn't be able to... You still should be able to say transgender male.
No.
That's a whole...
They call
in my opinion...
I know.
It's a transgender male. That's different. Right. That is a woman changing into a man who still has a womb who can have a baby. But the kids, she's different than a man who can't have no baby.
But the kids in school don't know that. They young, they little.
If you
they just know that that's her dad.
I know that's her dad having a baby. Most people would see her walking around thinking she got a beer belly because she got a beard and a mustache.
He got a beard.
But that's a transgender male. That's not a male. He's not born with the male parts. He's a transgender male. Why can't we're into titles.
I think what we
call him that. That's what he is. Even though we don't like it or some of us don't like it or whatever.
I think it's moving towards
transgender woman.
I think it's moving towards God has said, y'all need to pray. Less talk, more prayer. Because it's gonna start coming things where we just gonna be like, I don't even know what to say.
I know. But one of the things...
What am I going to say about that?
But one of the things that I did, he listened to...
A birthing human.
I know. We got titles. We're into titles in this country. If you're going to do that title, because the guy...
So no longer maternity ward. Because maternity is woman. What is it, a human ward?
Because maternal means your mom's side.
Yeah. So a transition person can be in... I'm done.
It's called confusion to some people. But one of the things that I did...
And why is there clothes in the front?
What? Because it's
because Gay Pride.
Pride Month is coming up. Yeah.
Right. Well, then that's different.
Whenever something
after Pride Month,
Fourth of July to be flags.
Yeah.
And flag shirts.
Yeah. Whatever.
America's
St.
great.
Patrick's Day.
It'll
put
be
all
green
the same. I
and
got
little leprechauns.
Do on Christmas they put Kwanzaa stuff up there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have a section with Black artists.
Okay, then that's fine.
Because Sunny said her daughter and her friend went and bought a lot of stuff.
That's
fine.
Black artists. That's fine then.
So they try to promote everybody. They trying to be exclusive. They want inclusive. They want everybody to be a part of being seen and being heard and being free.
But long as it's not nothing.
You got people threatening you going, if you put those shirts out, we're going to come and whatever.
Burn the store down.
Really? It takes you to threat people who are against pro-life, pro-choice. They come and burn down the places or try to bomb them. Why do people do the violent part of it? If they don't agree with it, why you got to be violent?
I don't know.
That's the enemy. That's what
I said. We got to pray.
That's 9/11.
It's going beyond.
In the name of Allah, we're tearing your buildings down.
It's going beyond where you can just speak and say things now. Now it has to be, you have to pray. Because now people will, threaten you. And not only threaten you, they'll go through with it.
Yeah, they may hurt you.
And not even think you're going to jail, right?
They may take your life because it's a rage.
People angry. People angry.
But you know what I keep thinking? I love the word of God. Those of you who are Christians. When I read the other day about the Pharisees and the Sadducees, I forgot that they were kind of against each other.
Yeah.
Because there was teachings that they both didn't agree with.
Right.
But
church, the modern day church.
And then angels and spirits and stuff. Sadducees didn't believe certain things.
Right.
Pharisees was like going home.
Right. They was battling each
other.
other.
Oh, but they gonna come together
after Jesus
to get Jesus. We gonna come together.
One thing we agree on is you're not God.
We're getting him. See how the devil is? I'm gonna bring you together with him together, and y'all don't like each other, but we all in agreement that we're gonna take him out, right? So that's what happens when you're like.
So we are moving towards, like I told you, the time where it's a peace, where it's like a peace, and it said a false peace. It's gonna seem like everything is great and everybody's moral and everybody's
following the law.
They following what nobody's walking around butt naked and you doing what you're supposed to do.
I don't want to be here when that happens. I want to be in heaven.
And then right when that happens, you know what's coming.
Tribulations.
So I don't know.
But I just thought about that, how they came against Christ and they were like trying to get rid of him and what made me think of that is when you said people are going to be harming you because of what they don't like about you. They was trying to kill Jesus because he said he was God. Yeah. Why would you kill somebody because they just said,
call him a lunatic?
Oh, he's loony. Leave him alone. Don't go to him. Oh no, they trying to come at him.
Yeah.
That's evil.
So the consensus on with the view is they shouldn't have moved the clothes.
Yeah.
So they think
that's why you heard Whoopi said was in the back is gonna come to the fore.
Yeah, but should their store be burnt down?
No, because some of the ladies was saying, why can't they get more security?
So now I gotta have extra security
to guard the clothes of people so they won't get threatened.
Is this a case of, maybe I will say something controversial.
What?
Is this the case of Budweiser? Know your audience. If I'm in a Walmart or Target in the South, and I'm in a town, you know darn well that town don't agree with that. Why would I put LGBTQ stuff in the front?
If McDonald's is wise enough to not sell biscuits and gravy in Chicago.
And there was some McDonald's that didn't sell the Cardi B meal.
Sure did.
It was some McDonald's in this country that they said, I don't want,
we not selling.
We don't like her. We don't like what she stands for. Do not put that meal in our McDonald's.
And we could not find that meal down there.
And those owners of McDonald's chose not to put.
They made that decision.
So why can't those Targets or Walmart or Targets and those communities
in those states, Bible Belt,
which is what they said, we'll take it out the front.
Yeah.
I don't know, y'all. I'm torn between that.
That's a marketing scheme.
But what if it's like reverse it? What if it's not gay? What if it was black and you put
the black owned business,
Martin Luther King and all that in the front?
Yeah,
and they said we don't want to see all of that.
That's what DeSantis would say.
The hell out of here!
I don't want no Martin Luther King shirt in the front.
If you're gonna put an MLK shirt, put a JFK shirt right next to it. What is this? I'm not trying to walk into Target and I'm in the ghetto or something.
I don't want them to feel like deprived because you're not showing other presidents and leaders.
We got one black guy that lives in this town. One black guy. And you got a whole section in the front of the store for that one black guy? Look in the store. Look who's walking around.
That's a
Bob was walking around. Hazel's walking around.
That's a DeSantis move. I believe it. He would be mad on month of February. What he gonna do in the month of February?
Okay, so
he
hold
won't
on.
even do anything with Black
so
History.
as a business,
that's scary.
As a business,
yes,
like I said with Budweiser, wouldn't it just make sense to look at your audience, look at your customers?
Yeah.
Why would I put something in front of the store that the majority of the people who come in here are mad about? And then they ain't gonna come in here.
And the percentage probably of the LGBTQ community is not large enough to fight it if they can fight it.
Now legally I have to sell it. It's just like they had to start letting us in these places.
I know. We didn't have to sit in the back anymore.
I have to let them in.
Yeah.
So
you gotta serve them.
But I don't have to have the whole front of my store with Black people.
You know what? It make my place look bad.
You gotta. Is this a case of when? Is this a case of what I said about too much, too fast? Like I was saying with the transgender thing. When they allowed us to come in again, we wasn't all in we weren't coming in
boom in your face, boom shakalaka.
You know what I'm saying? Like Mom and them, they still had their little cute little hairstyles and stuff. They didn't wear afros and all of that
Power to the people.
Until later on. We started doing the afros and all of that. So is this a case of too much too soon?
Because like if the shirts was not in the front, probably nobody would have made a big stink about it. They probably wouldn't even know you were selling them.
Yeah.
But you got them all in the front when you come in the door. Boom, shakalaka.
Yeah.
Now you got people
So
going.
I may say something a little controversial.
So move them in the middle.
I don't think I disagree with Target. And I know that's controversial.
Move them to the back.
I know y'all gonna probably be in our comment section saying that's not right.
You okay, so moving them in the back.
Yeah.
In those stores.
In the store, one gay guy in the whole town that's open. It's more gay guys than that.
Go to the
but
back.
it's one gay guy in this small town that everybody knows he's gay, and he has a whole section in front of the store.
Yeah, he should go to the back and get his shirt.
Just like and I agree.
They're baby steps.
As a Black person, I don't expect you to have a Black history section in the front of Target in the middle of Alabama.
Thank you. Yes. Especially Florida.
Especially Florida. If it's 3 Black people who live in the town.
Yes. Unless the 5,000 that do live
don't care.
No, either don't care,
right,
or they care and now they come in to pick it.
Yeah, I don't want all of that.
Don't buy nothing from here. They won't even let our product be in the store. So I don't know. It's power in numbers.
All right.
So if that one little gay guy in that city is not saying anything, he just goes to the back to get his shirt.
We're making it like it's only one gay guy.
You know, in that city.
That's open. Okay. Mike says, let me see, everybody going back. Mike says, hi, Wendy. Hi, everybody. Wendy says, that's what I was referring to Friday. Crazy times. We can't feed into it. Too much to stay in your zone. Yeah, it's crazy times. You got to pray. Oh, you want the air now, huh? Yeah. I turned the air on yesterday and she turned it off. It was cold. It's hot, ain't it? Yeah. Wendy says, poor marketing shipped them up north. Gay manager, maybe? ? And Emerald says these retailers need to cater to the regions that they have businesses in. Different regions will require different merchandise. That's what I said too, Emerald. Yeah. Because you notice they said the South. Yeah. You can't, come on, y'all. You're in the Bible Belt and you're going to have a whole section in the front of the store to LGBTQ.
There are people in their different states that are fighting gay pride parades. Yeah. They don't want parades.
All I'm saying is just be conscious of the business that you have. Now, if you don't mind, you want to push the envelope. Yeah. Understand that there's consequences that may come with that.
You're going back to the civil rights movement.
It's consequences that come with that.
And a lot of people died for that.
Yeah. You're going to have to you got to put your store on the
water
line.
holes.
Yep.
Dogs at them.
Yep.
For freedom, justice. Yep. If you want that same justice, you may have to get your foot kind of stepped on.
All right. So, Bo Young Lee faced criticism for Zoom sessions that focused on white women's experience of Karen stereotype of entitlement. This is from Uber. Uber has suspended its head of diversity, equity, and inclusion after Black and Hispanic employees complained about the workplace events she moderated, exploring the experience of white American women under the title, Don't Call Me Karen. I guess she wanted to have some kind of a group or a discussion about how white women feel. We did this yesterday when I talked about Bicycle Karen or whatever her name is. City Bike Karen.
City Bike Karen.
Suing everybody who calls her Karen.
Her lawyer.
So it's a derogatory word, and they see that word as derogatory, which to me,
the word is not used.
I don't even want you to even put it in the same class as derogatory words.
The N word.
But if you want to put it in that same category, go ahead.
But you know what? That word is not really used until the person fits the description.
You. No one's walking around calling white women Karen.
Thank you. If you fit a description, we've already determined what I think Wendy asked the other day, or Emma, or whoever, the definition of a Karen. And we all kind of gave our own opinion of what we've been seeing in the news, what a typical person we call Karen how they would act. We're not going to call every white woman Karen.
So they just saying how they the black people and the Hispanic people who were at these Uber sessions felt like they was kind of being scolded for using the word. Like, you shouldn't call people Karen. That's bad. They feel white women don't like when you say that. And here's to their defense.
Okay.
If people are starting to just use the word, like they ain't even doing nothing, and you say,
excuse me. I'm sorry.
And I can see that too. I can't see that because I can see
you getting on my nerves. You a Karen.
I see people using it as white woman.
Okay, white woman.
You replacing the word white woman with Karen.
With Karen, yeah.
If it's that, then I can see. Okay, maybe it's going too far now. Let's stop using the word Karen. If people are starting to just use it to talk to white women, like, here comes Karen.
Y'all Karen's coming.
Then that's wrong. And white women are getting mad because they being called Karen and they ain't doing nothing.
I told this story before at my old company. We had a new team that we were forming. We had a new boss. She wasn't that good. It was a new team. So we were all doing this first time doing this at my company. And she was a white lady. Our team was 2 blacks and 1 white girl. And the white girl and the black guy, they would say, OG. Hey, OG. What's up? They didn't say it in her face.
Right.
OG coming, y'all. OG. And we had issues with her. So we went to employee relations and we had to complain. Well, we went and each one of us talked, had to talk to HR. She went to HR because they reported her. We as a team reported her. She's not good. She's not good with us. One of the questions that HR asked me, she's been saying that you guys call her OG. What is OG?
She didn't like OG. I said
she didn't like OG.
What's OG?
Old girl. Hey, old girl coming.
Because I think old gangster.
Old girl coming.
Original gangster.
OG. And the other team members made it up. I didn't call her OG, but I knew who they were talking about. So we got in trouble even complaining about her as a manager.
Right.
Coming back saying, don't call her OG no more. So they do get upset.
Maybe this lady shouldn't have been let go then. Put on leave of absence.
I don't know.
Because apparently
she's trying to make things.
She's trying to say white women, maybe y'all calling them Karens.
Y'all got to work together. Y'all have to be polite to each other.
And why are you calling people Karen at work anyway?
Yeah, unless they are acting like one. But OG, we call her OG all the time.
And see, some people be like, why are you calling me an OG?
Oh,
see?
Yeah, you old girl. Old girl.
Old? You calling me old?
O-L-E.
Oh, see?
Old girl. OG.
And if she's not into slang.
Yeah, she takes it as offensive.
That's offensive to some people. So, I don't know. Are people very sensitive now?
I know. You have to be really careful.
This does go back to, for Uber to let this lady go. Again, like I said with the bicycle Karen, the hospital letting her go too fast.
Yeah.
These companies are so afraid.
Of lawsuits
of being
told on talked about in social media.
Yeah. So now they trying to say black people and Latino people are bullies. See, white people starting to feel like they the minority now.
Yes.
So now they starting to feel the heat. They starting to feel what we felt for generations. Now they starting to feel like they're in the minority.
DeSantis don't want that. They don't want people feeling guilty.
Yes.
You feel guilty for slavery?
Yes.
Did you do slavery yourself? No. But why you feel guilty?
Exactly.
Because my family did.
So again, again, another reason why I'm not a Democrat and another reason why I'm not a Republican.
Yeah.
The Democrats and liberals go too far.
Yeah.
Because then it's like everything is offensive. Everything. Now you can complain about everything.
Everything.
And then people will say, well, we don't want you to complain. So who's causing you harm? Yeah. That lady or that man? Yeah. Well, we're going to get rid of them.
She's looking at me a certain way.
Yeah.
Like I said.
So rather than have a real discussion like this lady wanted, why do you not like when they call you Karen?
And she's not, she has a different background. Her ethnicity.
She's not white?
Yeah, she's not white doing it. I could see if she was a white woman.
So maybe the lady
cover the white women.
Yeah. Maybe she shouldn't have lost her job.
We'll see.
And just
maybe
because
she'll sue.
And I'll say this, we always say controversial stuff. Just because black people complaining, we complain about everything. So you don't have to do stuff just because we complain.
You have to learn how to work with a lot of us.
You gotta learn
critical on everything.
Because we be yelling at each other. Like, girl, be quiet. You complain about everything.
I know. Critical, not happy. Hopelessness.
And that's a racist statement, but people say Jewish people.
Yeah.
Why so you just gotta brush it off. Yeah. Like they just complain and that's
just ignore it.
Don't even,
But she probably wanted to make
even white Italians.
That's what Joyce said.
Italians complain. Oh, Joyce said that.
Joyce said and Joyce, what she was saying, she didn't like the stereotypes of we always mafia.
Yes.
Cement shoes.
Always complaining. It's complaining all the time.
Yes, I'm a typical Italian mother.
So
typical Jewish mom.
Yeah, why you come home so late?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Ma, stop, Mom.
Yeah, so we all have stereotypes that fit us. And some are true and some aren't.
Right.
But you can't shut everything down because somebody complains.
That's true.
There's some groups that's going to complain about everything.
I think her motive, her whole purpose, they should have looked at that. I don't know if did it not come out good that she even did it?
I don't know.
Because she got fired. She got let go.
All right, our last story, because we over our time, is your donkey of the day. That's a big old picture of him. Charlemagne the God. Charlemagne the God gives donkey of the day. And you wanted to know who the donkey of the day is.
Thank you. Every day I do.
On Breakfast Club.
Okay.
Today's donkey of the day. A Kentucky man allegedly shot his roommate for eating his last Hot Pocket.
Hot Pocket.
Clifton E. Williams, 64, of Louisville, is charged with 1 count of assault. And you know how you said that? He kept playing that stupid chord. Hot Pocket.
He kept playing.
Charlemagne. While he was doing his thing. Yes. He kept playing that in the background.
That's the only thing I can think of when you say Hot Pocket.
That's funny how when you said that.
Hot Pocket. Was it ham and
Kentucky,
cheese?
Well, it's so funny how you saying all of this.
It was ham and cheese?
Hold on for a second. You going along the whole lines of Charlemagne.
Oh.
A Kentucky man is behind bars after authorities claim he shot his roommate after the victim ate his last Hot Pocket in the home, according to multiple news outlets. Charlemagne said, what kind of Hot Pocket? If it's the pizza one, I can understand that. But the ham and cheese, I don't shoot anybody over there. He was trying to be funny.
Hot Pocket.
The roommate told investigators he sought help a few blocks away. Fox 19 reports citing authorities. And that's this man, according to the police department, the unidentified victim was taken to the University of Louisville Hospital where he was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Williams, who was arraigned on the assault charge Monday morning, was ordered to have no contact with his roommate and to not possess any firearms or weapons. Williams is reportedly expected back in court on May 30th. It's unclear if he has entered a plea or if he would enter a plea or retain an attorney to commit on his behalf. He shot him. And the other thing Charlemagne said is, how do you shoot somebody in the butt? He said that might have been an accident, like he was aiming for his leg or something.
And when he's walking away,
he shot him in the butt,
right?
Yeah.
Gosh, the scary thing about it is that Could he have done this for other reasons that roommate may have done some stuff?
And the hot pocket, the hot pocket was the last straw.
Yeah, I don't. It's scary when you're living with somebody. I think
it was other stuff.
They can flip over anything.
It can't be the hot pocket.
You took my pants, or you dirtied up my rug.
It can't be the hot pocket.
That's scary.
It got to be other stuff. But that was the main thing. And it's funny how you all the stuff you said. Hot pocket was playing in the background. What kind of hot pocket it was? Charlamagne said. And how do you shoot somebody in the butt?
Wow.
So he gets donkey of the day.
Donkey of the day.
For shooting that man for a hot pocket.
Okay.
Go back up to some of y'all old things. Wendy said Tina was a Buddhist. Yeah, remember that from the movie.
That, you know what, and that's been the controversy because...
Why is that controversy?
Because you know how Christians are. Oh, she should have found Jesus.
That's ridiculous.
She found what got her out of her getting her butt kicked.
And we don't know what she believed in.
Other than that, that helped her get some strength and get her.
And if I recall,
butt out
I think Buddhists can be.
No,
somebody tell me.
It's a religion that.
No, but I think it's either Hindu. Maybe that's Hinduism. Right.
That's not.
I think that's Hinduism.
It's not our business that she did or not.
No, it's one that you can be a Christian or something and Hindu or something. I don't remember.
Okay.
It may not be. No, because Buddhists believe in Buddha.
Mama, remember I told you about? I told you about Joseph Prince's dad, and how he would laugh at him as a Christian and his mother and stuff. On his last breath.
Yeah,
he called on Jesus.
Right.
So Buddhist, nothing. It don't matter.
Yeah.
My friend, my coworker for 25 years, her mom was Buddhist when they came over from South Korea. Her neighbor is a Christian, and she found Christ from her neighbor talking with her. So we can't criticize people in their religions.
Yeah, and I don't even know what, as a Buddhist, whatever. That's between her and God.
Right.
Wendy says, I have pictures of Tina and Beyonce together performing on my page. Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Again, everybody says hi to everybody. Emerald says, oh, okay, I went back to the merchandise. Okay, that was it, y'all. Don't forget, we have our book, 100 Family Friendly Jokes. The link is in the description. And don't forget to join our club.
What did Mike would always say?
Don't forget to like the video. That's right. Thanks, Mike.
Like the video.
Like, share, and subscribe. Always. And join our club. We
we need you to join.
Off our merchandise, and then that helps support the channel.
We do other videos.
And we do live videos for members only.
Members only.
We'll start posting
members
them.
Only.
And then that's it.
And a discount on our products.
Yeah.
With more to come too.
Yeah. Like, share, subscribe. Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. All right. Hold on.